Hi guys, welcome to Rise Up, Be Me. Changed the name of the channel. As you know, it used to be Beamism. Beamism still exists. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the message that I received to be able to give to you. But I thought Rise Up, Be Me just seemed a little bit more appropriate. It can be Rise Up, Body, Mind, Energy. It can be Rise Up, Beautiful Mother Earth. That's what we're here to do, isn't it? We're here to rise up on beautiful Mother Earth. Today I'm going to be speaking about friends. Where are they? Did you have a load of friends and now you have no friends? Did you find that when you was going through your awakening and started to talk about a spiritual nature, did you find that your friends wavered off? Kind of seems a little bit lonely sometimes, doesn't it? I always used to have people around me. Hundreds of people, in actual fact, but going through the transformation left me with no one. That was a strange one for me to be able to handle. And the reason why is this, it's your inner self, the God within you, I'd like to say. No, let's put it a different way. Let's put it a simpler way. The be me self within you needs you alone. It needs you to understand who you are, and what your purpose is, and what is the meaning of life. It wants to know if you're strong enough to be able to survive on your own, because this is the strange part about the journey that gets you to understand what is loneliness. Why? Everyone fears being alone. Loneliness. I had so many of my friends turn around and say they were so eager to get married or meet another girlfriend that they was just so worried about being on their own. And I used to say to them, but that's years away. Why are you so worried about it now that you're going to be left alone? I think everyone fears dying alone. I think this thing about being alone means that all you've got to speak with is yourself. And that can be difficult because it's not about communication, isn't it? It's about arguing with yourself most of the time. So where have your friends gone? There is a strange part of this journey. I must admit, there's been times when I wanted to kind of get in connection back with my friends, but then something would happen. Something would change to them. I would hear things and stories about them that they've moved on or ended up in somewhere where they shouldn't be, really. So when I sort of realised that where my friends had gone, was I being blocked away from my friends, or was I being protected away from my friends? And I'm glad to say the latter. I was actually being protected, because if I was around my friends at that particular time, I think I would have got into some sort of trouble because they encountered some sort of trouble. So there's always a real reason to why something happens. It's just we need to try and find out, work out why that something has happened. I used to think that the best way to work out the journey is backwards. But it's not until you've got away from that particular subject or that particular experience within your life, it's not until you move away can you then see how that was being played out and it was meant to be. But when we're in that situation, we just don't see it, we just don't hear it, we just don't understand it. And of course, we're running on emotions. But now, I can safely say that it's good that my friends left. One, I think it enabled me to become strong and stand alone and be alone. I think two, it enabled me to grow, which means it enabled me to change my identity. There's a story. I said it to somebody on a Skype meeting the other day and they didn't quite understand what it was until I explained it. And you've heard the story, you've heard the saying, and it's called, you can't be a prophet in your own town. This is so true. And the reason being is because in your own town, everybody knows you, right? They know you as a father or a granddad or a son or a friend or a hairdresser, even, as it was in my case. They know you by a certain title. But when you're growing and you're expanding and your soul is awakening, you start to become a completely different being. And so therefore, that's why your friends get taken out. Because if your friends were still there, what they actually do is keep you trapped in the being that you've been trying to escape from or to grow away from. So that's why it means that you cannot be a prophet in your own town, because everyone just knows you as the human title. So your friends will be connected to chakra 1, chakra 2. Then chakra 3 comes in of whether or not you trust them, trust yourself, or trust the soul's journey. So that's why the third chakra point is even harder than 1 and 2. 1 and 2 actually keeps you safe with your friends. But when your friends disappear, that leaves you in chakra 3. And of course, what's after chakra 3? It's chakra 4. So how do you get to chakra 4? By understanding chakra 3, which is about trusting the journey of why your friends are not in your life anymore. And that is what it means that you cannot be a prophet in your own town whilst you're growing as a beamy being or a spiritual being or an enlightened being, or traveling and maturing into the being that you knew that you should become. So understanding, getting from A to B is just like your friends. One minute they're here, next minute they're not. Embrace the fact that they're not. Don't worry about them. Don't cry about them, because they have their journey to get on with. And basically, they've let you go to be able to move on to your next chapter in your life. My name is Trevor, and I'll see you on the other side. Take care.